The Horizon Corporation was known as a global giant in the energy sector, but no one outside could have suspected the intrigue and mysteries woven into its inner workings. The 50-story glass office building in the heart of New York looked prestigious, yet it seemed to rise toward the sky like a harbinger of the dark events unfolding inside. The main character of this story was Jonathan Blake, a 32-year-old software engineer, one of the invisible gears of the company. He was an ordinary employee. His work made life easier for everyone in the company, but no one noticed Jonathan's presence. However, one day, his ordinary life would be turned upside down when he accidentally discovered a secret. One Friday evening, everyone had already left the office, dreaming of the weekend ahead. Jonathan, however, stayed late to fix a coding error. At that moment, he heard voices from the executive floor at the other end of the corridor. This was CEO Richard Coleman's office. Coleman was charismatic, influential, and almost a legend in everyone's eyes. With him was his secretary, Melissa Grayson, a smart, elegant woman who was one of the faces of the company. Jonathan quietly moved toward the corridor and peeked through the half-open door. Coleman and Melissa were sitting at the table, arguing in low voices. But this was no ordinary business discussion. As Melissa placed a document on the table, Jonathan saw the anger and concern on Coleman's face. As he leaned over to look at the papers, he noticed bank accounts and transfer lists. These documents were the company's financial records. The next morning, Jonathan could not get the scene out of his mind and sat down at his computer. He began searching for hidden files in Horizon's internal network. As he delved deeper, he came across encrypted emails and secret fund transfers involving Richard Coleman and Melissa Grayson. These documents revealed that the company was illegally transferring large sums of money abroad. After seeing this information, Jonathan had a decision to make. He could either stay silent and continue with his job, or take action to reveal the truth. But whatever he chose, his life would never be the same again. A week later, Jonathan gathered his courage and shared the information with Mark Reynolds, a senior member of the management board. Mark had worked at the company for many years and was known for his commitment to ethical values. However, Jonathan's move unexpectedly made him a target. One morning, when Jonathan arrived at the office, security personnel escorted him to a meeting room. Inside, Richard Coleman, Melissa Grayson, and Mark Reynolds were seated. Richard accused Jonathan of accessing secret files and harming the company. Melissa tearfully claimed that Jonathan had threatened her and blackmailed her to leak the information. Mark remained silent. Despite Jonathan's denials, the fabricated evidence turned everything against him. As a result, Jonathan was fired. But this was just the beginning. Richard and Melissa started spreading false news about him in the media, making it impossible for Jonathan to find work in the industry again. While living jobless and disgraced one day, Jonathan ran into an old acquaintance, journalist Emma Harper. After hearing Jonathan's story, Emma decided to help him. Jonathan handed her the documents, and together they began investigating the dark secrets of Horizon. Meanwhile, Melissa's loyalty to Coleman started to waver. Realizing that Coleman had manipulated not only her but everyone around him, Melissa began secretly leaking information to Jonathan. After months of research and gathering evidence, Emma and Jonathan revealed Horizon Corporation's illegal activities to the public. The scandal sent shockwaves through the national media. Richard Coleman was forced to resign, and Melissa Grayson was arrested. The board of directors disbanded, and the company's stock value plummeted. Jonathan was seen as both a hero and a victim for exposing the truth. Although he couldn't return to his old life, he started a new chapter by founding a tech startup. Emma turned Jonathan's story into a book which reached millions of people. This story demonstrated how power and greed could corrupt people, but it also showed that honesty and courage would ultimately lead to victory. The truth always comes to light, but not without the courage of those who defend it.